The Next Cycle, Season 30, Episode 22.
This is the extended coverage of the court case for the mysterious murders. For all of those that have just tuned in, it seems we have found our serial killer. Gordon, I think you have some explaining to do.
What do you want to know?
First things first. Why did you kill all those people?
I killed all those people because I wanted to punish all the main suspects other than Deborah. So that's Lee, Delia and Jacob. I never expected or wanted Deborah to be caught up in all this. She's a good girl.
Why did you want to punish them all?
Unfortunately for Deborah, she was used as part of a tool in my plot. My plot to kill and my plot to gain more attendees to the church. You see, I got Deborah to hand out many leaflets and preach on the streets. And the amount of times that poor girl came back crying because someone like Lee and Delia or Jacob were extremely rude to her about her beliefs and her faith to God.
So how does this link to all those other randoms that died?
So when Deborah came back to me crying and absolutely beside herself, I wrote it down in my book. I told her it was my book to God where I sent him letters and that if I write to him about how bad someone is, then God would send them to hell. From there Deborah found a sense of comfort. I told Deborah to keep reporting people. But actually, we all know God doesn't give a damn about where people end up. So I took on God's responsibilities and killed all those innocent people so that Lee, Davina and Jacob would get punished.
So what happened to all these letters?
There are no letters. The book I have is essentially a death note. A book with lists of people I want my revenge on. You can call it a death wish list.
Talk to us through how you went about killing all those people.
Obviously Jacob's customer was killed by my bread. I did poison it. On the other hand, Lee's driving learner who passed her test. I went to her house in the night and popped a tiny hole in her engine. Then there's Delia's accountancy client. I severed her head off with some cutlery and then stuck her lower half of her body upside down in a bin.
You vile human being. Call yourself a vicar? And what about Vanessa?
I'll take you back to the night of Vanessa's death. It was a quiet night on the street. Vanessa was horrible to Deborah for a long time about mine and Deborah's faith. So it was about time she got her fair share of bad luck. I was heading back to the church one evening. And since Vanessa was there, I hid and secretly followed her. I got behind her while she was staring into the horizon and bish bash bosh. The bitch was gone.
You sick bastard. When you found out the investigation was going ahead, why did you not step forward and admit what you did? You let everyone go down for it. Including Deborah. You've been lying this whole time.
I haven't been lying actually. I have already told you that I wanted Lee, Delia and Jacob to be punished. I never wanted Deborah caught up in it all. I only needed to come forward when you lot decided to tell me to or when the penny dropped for you. You never asked me for any information. Therefore I didn't lie.
Well, I think we can end this court case now and you'll be going to prison for life. Bye-bye, Gordon.